A tire pressure light that stays on after filling your tires usually means one of three things. The pressure is still wrong, the system has not relearned yet, or one TPM's sensor has failed. And the mistake many drivers make is resetting the light before they know which one they are dealing with. So before you touch a single tire, do this 10-second diagnosis. Start the car and watch the TPM's light. If the light comes on and stays solid, you most likely have an air pressure problem. But if the light blinks for about 60 to 90 seconds and then stays solid, that usually points to a TPM's sensor fault, dead sensor battery, relearn issue, or system problem. This one check can save you from wasting time checking tires when the real problem is electronic. Now let's fix it in the right order. The first step is to check the tire pressure correctly. Do not guess by looking at the tires, because a tire can be low and still look normal. Also, do not use the pressure number printed on the tire sidewall. That number is the maximum tire pressure, not the recommended pressure for your car. Open the driver's door and look for the tire pressure sticker on the door jamb. That sticker tells you the correct pressure for the front tires, rear tires, and sometimes the spare tire. Some cars use the same pressure on all four tires, but some use different pressure in the front and rear, so follow the sticker exactly. Check the tires when they are cold, before driving far. Remove the valve cap, press the tire pressure gauge firmly onto the valve stem, and read the pressure. If the pressure is low, add air until it reaches the recommended number. Repeat this for all four tires. Now here is the part many people miss. The tire only needs to be a few psi low to trigger the TPM's light. So if your car recommends 35 psi and one tire is sitting at 29 or 30 psi, that may be enough to turn the light on. Also, temperature can trick you. For every 10-degree drop in temperature, tire pressure can drop by about 1 psi. That is why the TPM's light often comes on during the first cold morning of the year. The tire may not be leaking. The air inside has simply contracted. So check the pressure cold, adjust it to the door sticker number, and do not panic just because the light came on after a weather change. After setting the pressure correctly, do not expect the light to always turn off instantly. Some cars update right away, but many need a drive cycle. That means you may need to drive over about 20 miles per hour for 10 to 15 minutes so the computer can relearn the new pressure. If you only sit in the driveway after filling the tires, the light may stay on because the system has not updated yet. Now let's talk about the ghost sensor most people forget, the spare tire. If your tire pressure light is still on even though all four tires are perfect, check the spare. Many SUVs, trucks, and some cars monitor the spare tire too, especially if it is a full-size spare under the trunk, under the vehicle, or mounted on the back door. If that spare is low, your dashboard may keep warning you, even though the four tires on the ground look perfect. Not every spare tire has a TPM sensor, but if your vehicle monitors it, you need to fill it to the pressure listed on the door sticker or owner's manual. Some spare tires require a higher pressure than the regular tires, so do not assume it uses the same number. If the light is still on after the pressure is correct, now check for a slow leak. A tire can lose air slowly from a nail, screw, bad bead seal, cracked valve stem, or leaking TPM sensor seal. Look closely at the tread and sidewall for nails, screws, cuts, or damage. Then spray soapy water around the tread, valve stem, and rim bead. If you see bubbles forming, air is leaking from that area. If the leak is in the tread area and the damage is repairable, a tire shop may be able to patch it properly from the inside. If the leak is from the sidewall, the tire usually needs replacement. If bubbles form around the valve stem or TPM's sensor seal may need repair or replacement. Also avoid overfilling the tire just to make the light go away. Too much pressure can reduce grip, make the ride harsh, wear the center of the tire faster, and affect braking. The fix is not more air. The fix is the correct air pressure. Now let's reset the TPM's system. Some cars have a TPM's reset button under the steering wheel, near the dashboard, or inside the glove box. Turn the ignition on without starting the engine. Press and hold the TPM's reset button until the light blinks, then release it. After that, drive the car for several minutes so the system can confirm the pressure. Other cars reset through the dashboard menu. Look for settings such as tire pressure, TPMs, vehicle settings, or calibrate. Select the TPM's reset or calibration option only after the tires are set to the correct pressure. This is important because if you calibrate the system with the wrong pressure, the car may learn the wrong baseline. Some cars do not have a button or menu reset. They reset automatically after driving. In that case, set the tire pressures correctly, then drive at a steady speed above about 20 miles per hour for 10 to 15 minutes. This is the free reset method many drivers miss. The TPM system often needs wheel movement and sensor readings before the light turns off. Now, if you recently rotated your tires, changed wheels, installed winter tires, or replaced a TPM sensor, the system may need a relearn procedure. Some cars relearn automatically after driving, but others require a TPM's relearn tool or scan tool to tell the car which sensor is in which wheel position. So if the light started after tire rotation or sensor replacement, the issue may not be air pressure at all. The system may simply not know where the sensors are. If the TPM's light blinks for 60 to 90 seconds and then stays solid, focus on the sensor side. Each tire has a small sensor, usually attached to the valve stem inside the wheel. These sensors have batteries, and after several years, the batteries can die. When that happens, filling the tire will not fix the light because the sensor is no longer sending a proper signal. To confirm a bad sensor, a tire shop or mechanic can scan each TPM's sensor and check battery status, sensor ID, pressure reading, and signal. If one sensor is dead, weak, missing, or not communicating, it needs to be replaced. After replacement, the new sensor may need to be programmed or relearned by the vehicle. Here is the correct order to fix the TPM's light. First, watch the light when you start the car. Solid light usually means a pressure problem. Blinking then solid usually means a sensor or system fault. Second, check all tires cold using the driver door sticker. Third, drive the car for 10 to 15 minutes so the system can update. Fourth, check the spare tire if your vehicle monitors it. Fifth, inspect for slow leaks using soapy water. Sixth, reset or calibrate the TPMs through the button, menu, or drive cycle. And finally, if the light still blinks or stays on, scan the TPM sensors and replace or relearn the faulty sensor. Do not ignore the TPM's light if the car feels unstable, pulls to one side, or one tire looks low. Stop safely and check the tires before driving further. Driving on a low tire can damage the tire, reduce braking performance, hurt fuel economy, and increase the risk of a blowout. So the real fix is simple. Confirm whether the light is warning you about air pressure or a sensor fault. Set the tires to the correct pressure. Check the spare and leaks. Then reset or relearn the TPM system the right way. If this helped, like and share this video, and also subscribe to the channel. And you may also want to watch this other video here, where I share tips and tricks on diagnosing a ball joint problem versus how to check tie rods. Video will link here and in the description box.